All right, so just as a formality, we'll go through the purpose of driving in the four pegs.
All right.
It's to turn on the four factors of intelligence, those being imagination, intention, memory, and attention. Each of those actually consists of three aspects. So imagination goes with changing appearance. When you imagine something, there's always a change of some sort of appearance in your mind.
Okay.
Okay? Intention goes with activity existing. Every intention involves some sort of activity existing. And if it doesn't exist, there ain't no activity.
Right.
So they are a three-part unity. Memory involves integrity persisting. And by integrity, I mean the unity of something. Integral means simply all of a piece. Means that things have come together to form some whole unit of something or other. That's what integrity means. Integrity does not mean honesty.
Okay.
It takes integrity to be honest. Why? Because generally, if honesty is an issue, there's a possibility of an upset or a change. And integrity gives you the feeling of being up for it. Because without integrity, you don't want to face it.
Right.
So it takes integrity to be honest, but they're not the same thing.
Okay.
So if we look in terms of mechanics, if you're talking about, say, an HVAC unit, if it weren't assembled, say at some factory, you just had a pile of parts or, an assembly line, there's no integrity that we would call an HVAC unit. It doesn't show up until everything is assembled, and with the assembling, it's no longer merely a collection of parts, it's a new unit. That's what makes it a unit, is it's uniting all its parts into something new that didn't exist before, the working unit.
Right.
To use another example, in aeronautics, when they're testing an aircraft, and say it were the X-15, just when they were learning to break the sound barrier, and it shook apart, they would say it lost its structural integrity.
Okay.
Okay? That is the pure meaning of the word integrity. So when we say integrity persisting, if you remember something, you're remembering some sort of a whole event, not its parts and pieces separately. You're remembering the whole event. And it's persisting. If it isn't persisting, there's no memory there.
Right.
So that's why memory involves integrity persisting. It's looking at it in the most pure technical sense of things.
Sure.
Now, you might remember all the parts individually, but in that case, each of the parts has its own integrity. So if you're remembering some sort of an event that involves multiple people at once, sure, you can remember the event, but you may also remember the persons, and they're recognizable by the characteristics of how they themselves are put together as a person.
Sure.
Okay? So parts each have an integrity, and all of the parts together have an integrity. And even what they formed can combine with other things, and you have a larger integrity. So one term for this is holon. H-O-L-O-N refers to a whole something or other. And so holons produce units, and units combine, each unit being now a new holon, to combine to form a larger holon. Make sense?
Yes.
Okay.